Who's that? Well, you see, Jayleen comes from the word jay. And jay, as in like the jaybird, which is a bluebird, in Hebrew is Zipporah, which means little bird. Zipporah was also the name of the wife of Moses. Bat means daughter, and her mother, Jacqueline, that name comes from the French Jacques, which comes from the Hebrew Jacob, the feminine form of Jacob. Yaakov is Yaakova. So Jayleen's Hebrew name is Zipporah bat Yaakova. It's very beautiful in Hebrew. Come on up, Zipporah. Yeah, this is the Aliyah. Yeah, we're about to do the blessings. I can do the English and you do the Hebrew?
Yes, you can.
You can do it.
You can do it. Now I will help you.
Okay. We're going to do a blessing, and then we're going to do the reading. And the reading today comes from Leviticus chapter 26. Thank you. Okay, now, here the blessings are found on pages 96 and 97 of your prayer book. There's always a blessing for everything. The blessing in English, so we'll say the English first so people understand what we're saying. Nice and loud so everybody can hear.
Bless the Lord who is blessed.
Bless the Lord who is blessed forever and ever.
Blessed is the Lord who is blessed forever and ever. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has chosen us from all peoples and has given us your instruction. Blessed are you, Lord, giver of the Torah.
Okay. And now the Hebrew. Don't cheat. Don't use the transliteration. The Hebrew. Come on. Okay, I'll do it with you. Ready?
Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach leolam vaed.
Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol amim ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה. Amen.
Good job. Once again, blindfold. Very good. Good job. Okay, now we come to the part of the reading. Let me just the page. Okay. This is Yad. Yad means hand in Hebrew. So hand. This is like a pointer. Where Bandy's going to come and assist you.
אם בכוחותיי תלכו ואת מצוותיי תשמרו ועשיתם אותם. ונתתי גשמכם בעיתם ונתנך הארץ יבולה ואת השדן ייתן פריון. והשיגי לכם דיישי את בסיר ובסיר ישיגי את זכר ולתכם למכם לסובה וישתכם לבנתך בהשם. ונתתי שלום בארץ ובשם רנן אחי וישבתי ושבחתם
It's a hard one. Okay, now go.
רנן אחי וישבתי חיה רעה מן הארץ בחרב לא תבוא בהשם בארצכם. If you will walk in my statutes, keep my mitzvot, and carry them out, then I will give you rains in their season, the land will yield its crops, and the trees of the field will yield their fruit. Your threshing will last until grape gathering. The grape gathering will last until sowing time. You will eat bread to the full and live securely in your land. I will bring shalom in your land, and you will lie down with no one making you afraid. I will remove dangerous beasts from the land, and no sword will pass through your land. You will chase your enemies, and they will fall before you by the sword. 5 of you will chase 100, and 100 of you will chase 10,000. And your enemies will fall before you by the sword. I will turn towards you, make you fruitful, and multiply you. I will confirm my covenant with you.
Good job. Have to listen.
Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has given us the true instruction and has planted everlasting life in the midst of us. Blessed are you, Lord, giver of the Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nato betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
הוא העולם שירד אל החושך, פקחת עיניי ברוחך. יופי וכן בליבי הכמח, לחיות לנצח לצדך. משתחווה אליך, קורא בקול אתה, אדוני. אתה כל כך יפה לי, אתה כל כך ראוי, אתה כל כך נפלא לחיי.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Today is my Bar Mitzvah. Bar Mitzvah means daughter of the commandment. It is the rite of passage and a ceremony for a girl after she reaches at least 12 years old. To become a Bar Mitzvah, a girl must study the scriptures, read the scriptures that was read the week of her birth in English and Hebrew, and give a personal talk about that scripture, how that scripture relates to her. I've been coming to the shul for almost 5 years. In that time, I have learned about the Bible, our Father in heaven, His Son Yeshua, our Messiah. I have learned new ways to worship God through song, His word, prayer, and in service. When I first came here, I was just a little girl. Now I'm a teen. So I help with the music ministry and the screen slides, and sometimes with the food and beverage ministry. I have learned so much and grown so much here at the Way Shul. Okay, so now I'll be talking about my parsha. Parsha means portion. So I will be talking about my parsha, which is from Leviticus chapter 26. This chapter of the Bible teaches about faithfulness and blessings. Now, you may be wondering, how does this connect to my life? It has to mean something, am I right? So I want to become a professional chef when I grow up, and when I get older. And I absolutely adore baking and cooking ever since I was 7 years old. It all started when my mom gave birth to my little brother. That was one of the scariest days of my life because I thought she was gonna die. But during those harsh times, I had a wonderful idea, which was to make her breakfast. So I woke up bright and early and made all the food and woke my mom up and said, "Mom, look, I made breakfast." For 2 minutes, she was like, "Oh, okay, thank you, Jayleen." But then she ran to the kitchen and said, "Oh my gosh, Jayleen, you could have burned the house down." She immediately went to the stove and said, "Jayleen, did you turn the fire off? Did you know that could cause a fire?" But thank the Lord that I was very tidy and I would put everything back in place. So long story short, ever since that day, I love to cook. Now, think of this. If you want to bake a cake, you will need a recipe, instructions to be exact. Now, what do you need for a good life? Instructions. That's what God gave us exactly, because Bible can be understood in a way as an acronym. BIBLE, basic instructions before leaving Earth. So if you put the right ingredients and follow the instructions to the fullest, you will bake a perfect cake. And if you follow God's instructions, you'll have a great life as well. So if you follow it to the fullest, your life will be full of blessings, which I think everyone here wants. I would like to say a special thanks to all the people who have helped me prepare for this day. My mom, who helped me study at home and wanted this for me. My dad, who financially supported my bat mitzvah party and made it possible. Mahara Erica, who was my Shabbat school teacher for over 3 years. Reb Andy, who worked with me for 2 years, helping me with my bat mitzvah lessons Saturdays after the service. And Rabbi Ben, who was the spiritual father to me. Thank you all for listening, and Shabbat Shalom to everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
At this time, we're going to be presenting the Bat Bracha, Daughter of Blessing certificate to the Bat Bracha Bar Mitzvah girl. I'm just going to make sure I sign in the right place. So we have we proclaim right now that Jayleen Fondur Sephora Bat Yakova is becoming a Bat Bracha, a daughter of blessing, a Bat Mitzvah, a daughter of commandment, and we are presenting her with this certificate. The certificate says, "Be it known by all these present that Jayleen Fondur, Zipporah Bat Yakova," and then also in the Hebrew, "was called to the Torah as a Bat Bracha, daughter of blessing, on the Sabbath, the first day of June 2019, equating to the 27th day of ER 5779 of the Hebrew year, in the presence of her family and a holy community, Kehilat Hadera, Congregation of the Way." Signed by Reb Andy Friedman, her instructor, and Rabbi Ben, myself. And it says a scripture that we chose for her to always be with her as a reminder of this day comes from Proverbs 4 verse 2, and I'll let Zipporah read that for you.
"Behold, a good doctrine has been given to you, forsake it not."
So it means that all that you have learned that is good, keep it with you. So Proverbs 4 verse 2, this is a certificate suitable for framing, and that will be going with her. And Reb Andy, you have something there? I think so. If Reb Andy has a prayer before the congratulations. You want to speak in the mic?
May Zipporah Bat Yakova, Jayleen Fondur, continue to grow in faith, walking the path of light with Messiah Yeshua all the days of your life. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
We now invite family and friends to come congratulate Jayleen on her Bat Bracha on Mitzvah today. Can we have a little Bat Mitzvah music? Anything you got?